response to mine or to Tom's question, because, like I say, a lot of people responded actually answering Tom's question for themselves, which, I suppose is fine. But the original point was to ask me questions. So, but Commander T-Dog, I'm going to take that anyway. Velociraptors or brachiosaurs? Now, if the question is... Ow. Now, if the question is, which do you prefer? It's got to be the brachiosaur. Look at it. She's gorgeous. It's got to be the brachiosaur. Velociraptors, as we know, especially if you've watched Clayton Fioriti's videos, you should know that the Velociraptors have quite a lot of interest in them inherently due to the depiction in the movies, due to the depiction in the novel, actually. Because one thing I discovered before I found out that we actually have a copy of the Jurassic Park novel in the house was that the Velociraptor was a name given to multiple subspecies, I think. Again, if I get stuff wrong, bear with. But this is as far as I understand it. Okay, so the main species of Velociraptor were the Velociraptor mongoliensis and then the Velociraptor enteropus. And I did a quick search myself and found out there are even more. But the mongoliensis and the enteropus, or enteropus, whatever, those are the ones featured in the Jurassic Park novel. And there's even a discussion about the fact that Dr. Grant discovered one and Doctor Wu bred the other. Or bred the other based on... Or bred his Velociraptors based on the other. So... there's a big gorge of nothing here. The life of a dig site. But anyway, so I find that quite fascinating that multiple dinosaurs were given the name. That was a bad idea. Everything's dusty now. Oh dear. I find it fascinating that a few dinosaurs were given the name Velociraptor. And again, as I understand it, one of them, because as we know that Velociraptor is attributed to the creature we know that is about the size of a turkey. And if I am right, that is the Velociraptor mongoliensis. I can feel Clayton Fioriti's sniper dot on the back of my neck. And the larger one was the Velociraptor enteropus. And as I understand it, the enteropus became known as the Deinonychus, which, as we know, is a lot bigger than the Velociraptor today. Well, back then. So I'm not sure why that naming decision was made, but at least we had only one Velociraptor. At least now we have only one creature known as Velociraptor now, and the other one is Deinonychus. And apparently, during the making of the film, Spielberg decided to use the Velociraptor enteropus, the larger one, mainly because it'd be a lot better. Bigger dinosaur, bigger scary monster. Why not? Indeed, bigger animal that's scary. So they used that one. But in Spielberg's wisdom, he then decided to make it even larger Not too large, not make it ridiculously large, but he made it a bit larger than the Deinonychus actually was. Which is where you get the other raptor coming into the equation, the Utah raptor, which was discovered after the production of the film. And that's why you have this quote attributed to Stan Winston, that they made it and then they discovered it. Because the Utah raptor turned out to be just the right size for the raptors in the films. Although I'd say the first film, because for some reason, to me anyway, it seems as if... that's a big chunk, that broke off. To me, it seems to me anyway, that the size of the Velociraptors shrank a little bit between 2 and 3. I could be wrong, but it seems like they shrank a little bit. Oh, there's a bit more ribcage. Hooray! Okay. I think I might actually pause this after I've done this front-facing thing, so I can sort of get around to it, because we're past the half an hour mark, and now it's the point of now it's probably the point of, why am I still watching this? I haven't actually dug any bones out at all. So let's see if we can actually do... hello. Strange noises. Let's crack that with our fingers. Look at that. Wow. Congratulations. It is a T-Rex ribcage. Oh, wow. Look at that. Now, we need to wrap this in plaster so we can transport it to the museum. The Research Institute. There we go. All right. So we've actually finally dug out our first bit of T-Rex. Cool. So let's see if we can dig in here. Because, half an hour now should be... Aha! Oh, look at that. Sounds like Tommy Cooper. Look at that. Oh, God, there. Yeah. And there is another ribcage. Or another part of the ribcage. Now, as nice as this experience is, what I would really appreciate is if they made it so that you discover the creature as it would be laid in rock, if that makes sense. So you had these two rib cages here, and they were basically side by side like this, or however. But if they were more like this, you see, if they were more like that, and then I don't know. That'd just make it even sweeter. I mean, not that this isn't a nice experience anyway, but it just a little idea here and there. Okay. Okay. So basically, this is a case of prod, stab, see what else you can do. Whilst other thing, starting to discover something else over here, and I'm trying to kind of keep an eye on... Oh, hang on. There might be some facade coming off. See, this top bit here. This is sticking... This is not budging as much as I want it to. Okay, so we had some discussion... Oh, God. So we had some discussion about... Well, I say discussion, it's just me, isn't it? So we've had some discussion about Spinosaurus, Velociraptor, Brachiosaurus. Now, why would I... Now, keeping to the topic, why would I pick Brachiosaurus over Velociraptor? Well, Okay, it's probably more sentimental than anything. Pardon me. Need me lunch. Probably more sentimental than anything, but whenever I see the scene in Jurassic Park where we introduce the Brachiosaur, that just gets me every time. That's like one of the scenes for me that gets my welling up functions going. Okay, something exploded and oh dear, it's everywhere. Okay, yeah, with that before. So, nothing's budging yet. No, right, yeah. But yeah, it's more sentimental than anything. So, thank you, Commander T-Dog, for that question. Even if you didn't intend it for me, I'm still gonna take it. Like I say, not everybody else really interacted with the ooh. That's a bit ooh. That looks like well, it kind of looks like a wishbone. It looks like it's going to either be for the hip area or the yeah, Joe Dale, what do you call it? The scapular area, the arm area. Interesting. All right, we'll have to wait and see about that. Okay. So, I think I've demolished about a good third of this by now. Yeah, I got it. All right. Time to get dirty. But yes, I'm going to take that question, even despite its intentions. But let's see, because looking at it right now as of recording, Tom's thing had 11 responses. Half of them are his responses to the responses to his question. So, okay, let's go on then. So responses for his question include now to remind you, this is the question of if you could study one dinosaur, which would it be and why? Some people have someone's put Utyrannus, which is a good choice, member of the Tyrannosaurus family, lovely. Spinosaurus from Baryonyx _ Hunter. Mainly to see what it actually looks like. Hey, that's one of my reasons. So, yeah. Velociraptor from Alvin's 333, just to see how he lived and what it really looked like. Yeah, basically, I think that's the running theme. Someone's asking, do I have to choose just one? Yes, Tom. Do we have to choose just one? Just one creature? I mean, look at all these fine creatures back there. Blue with a bow tie, by the way. Hi. Anyway, Therizinosaurus. That's a good choice, especially with those claws and frankly bizarre structure of it. It seems like the Therizinosaur was the like one of the main indicators of the relationship between dinosaurs and birds. Because you look at flightless birds, big flightless birds today, emus, ostriches, cassowaries, and even things of yore, the rhea, the dodo, you get an idea of, you look at the therizinosaurs like that and Erlikosaurus, you think, yes, absolutely. So, and one of the first responses to that one was Jimmy Carr level humour. Get into the spirit there, I see. But yeah, thank you for anyone who liked my actual tweet. Just a like. I don't know if I was actually clear enough in my tweet that I was actually going to record this rather than actual do a live stream, because I don't have any YouTube clout to actually live stream. So I did get one other response, proper response, for my actual tweet from Genozoic Artist. Always a very supportive member of the Jurassic communities. Dude, I always love that you are one of the guys that likes the stuff I post on Twitter when it's to do with dinosaurs or Jurassic. So, hi, shout out to you. And his response to my tweet out was, remember, rough, smooth. Rough, smooth. I agree. As Mr. Billy Brennan would do for his flirting. Rough, smooth, rough, smooth. And that is actually true of this. For this very chalky stone. So, I think what we're going to do now, because we're past the 40-minute mark, what we're going to do now is to dig this thing out. Try and attempt to dig this big piece out at the top, and then, to spare you a whole video doing this, I'm going to actually pause this video, so when we come back, after that... Oh, God, it's really wedged in there. When we come back, we're going to actually have the entire thing excavated. But yeah, this should be, so you get the idea. Right, that looks like you can wedge it in there. What I've actually done is dug some magunk out underneath this piece that just will not move. Yeah. Hashtag Playleontology problems. Okay. What we need is one of those gun platform things that featured in the first Jurassic Park, where he shoots that charge into the ground. To sort of break up all the rock underneath them. That's kind of what I need right now, because this is kind of ridiculous. It's looking like a big piece. I think this is actually the hip area. Yeah, this is definitely a hip area, a pelvic area with multiple things to it, and which is probably why it's not coming out at all just quite yet. So let's really attack this thing. Come on. Let's attack it. Whilst I'm doing this, I feel the need to self-promote. So, if you're a member of the Jurassic community, where you know people like Tom_Jurassic, then you'll probably seen him retweet some stuff I've put out. Because what I do now is, a thing called Byte. And Byte is a looping video app, which is the true successor to Vine. And Vine gave us many amazing creative talents, such as Darius and Cam Benson, Gabby Hanna, Ali Katz, Dre Knows Best, okay, Jake Holland, of course. I'm going to do a bit of a tribute to him later on in the week with the Indominus Rex toy, and the great Thomas Sanders. So, obviously, it's one of those words, isn't it? It's one of those regular phrases. There's we got it. Sorry if that blew your headphones out. But yes. Oh, look at that. The pelvic area is out. And it's taken a whole lot of stone with it. Oh man. That's great. Look at that. Wow. You can kind of see why it just would not budge for the longest while. and I want to say it's groundbreaking stuff, but if only that was actual ground. Okay. So yeah, I'm on Byte, and I basically do mini toy reviews and skits because I'm the kind of person that whenever they like something, they want to be involved somehow. I'm like a cat in that sense. You know how cats have this behaviour called mirroring? Is that when they like something or someone, they mirror, i.e. copy. Because they like you or the thing and they want to be involved somehow. Which is why if you have affectionate cats, they will sit on your laptop because it's the thing you're doing, they like you, they want to be involved somehow. Yeah, basically that. I'm a real cat man when it comes to behaviour. When I'm into something, I want to be involved. So I follow a few toy reviewers like Vangelis, PR, and Victoria's Cantina, and of course I watch Tom_Jurassic's reviews because they're amazing. So yeah, I follow a few toy reviewers. Oh, Pixel Down as well. Can't forget him. He's amazing. His enthusiasm literally knows no bounds. It's absolutely it's so cool. Anyway, so yeah, I follow a load of toy reviewers for YouTube, and because of them, I've always had a sort of I wonder if I could do this because toys are a passion of mine. Keeps you young and all that jazz. So I've always wondered, how would I do it? How would I do it? And then Vine existed, and I thought, I can get on board, try something else. And I did. I managed to create 7 Vines before the app was stabbed in the back, essentially, and the whole thing died. But thankfully, we quickly had the developers of Byte, start again. We had the creators of Vine coming up with their sequel, so to speak, which is Byte, which eventually became Byte. And as soon as it started to emerge, I was developing ideas of what I could do, and I wanted to use the moniker AdamusPrime a bit more often, and this became the perfect way to do it. So decided to do that, and I had a doodled down a couple of pages worth of Byte ideas, which were originally supposed to be Vine ideas, but yeah, it came from there. And I wanted to focus on doing toy reviews as well, because as much as I enjoy the toy reviews, which would now be considered long form, as much as I enjoy Vangelis, PR, Pixel Down, Victoria, Tom, I think